Hey, everybody. It's Friday. Okay. Yeah. Well, and Kayan is talking about the fact that it's snowing and it's nasty. And I'm talking about how I was just saying this to Maya. I was like, I, I feel like I'm getting killed by all my lack of planning. And she was like, we worked really hard to plan. We actually were ahead of the curve and everything, but we could not withstand the fact that my car is out of commission now until Tuesday.
We didn't plan for disaster.
Right? So,
So really, what I was where I was getting to was don't get down on yourself so hard.
right.
Mm,
It's
You were doing good.
right. Yeah, I'm going to take my buddy James's car. I hope, because he said we'll fix it, but I need to talk to people, and I haven't heard from him. So now I'm really worried. I'll call today, and he'll say, "Oh yeah, we have stuff to do all weekend, and both cars are in use. Sorry, my plan C at that point is to like rent a car or something, and it actually probably will get to the point where I just don't go because it'll cost us so much more than I will ever make to go to the con. So thanks, but it's going to snow tomorrow morning, and in fact, apparently, it's already snowing up where Can is. So even up there near Wicked West is already snowing. It's like, so I would definitely not want to drive your motorcycle in the snow. Remarkably, and not only that, it's not like I could just strap all my comic stuff onto the back of my onto the saddlebags of your cycle. So Mariah has a 2015 Leaf with the 20 kilowatt hour battery. It will make it up there, but it won't make it back, and that's the problem. In theory, we could go up there and I could plug it in and it could charge up and then I could drive it back. But we'd have to walk to the dealership, which is about 3 miles from Wicked West. So,
Mariah has things to do, which granted I could be flexible, but
right.
I have plans.
So we could steal her car in a pinch, but it would be an epic problem. There are, but none of them are within 3 miles of Wicked West. That's what I was just saying. There are charging stations. They're just, we'd have to go all the way up there and then park her car. The biggest problem is, amongst everything else, well, I guess it would only take 20 minutes to charge it. So it's actually not that big of a deal.
No, it's fast at the charging stations.
Uh huh.
Charges in less than 2 hours at school, and that's a fairly low power charger.
Right. Yeah. Unlike the argument that this guy was making with me the other day, which was electric cars are more complicated than gas cars because of those sensors and stuff. And I'm like, I mean, gas cars don't have sensors? Indicative of an electric motor that runs the sensors? Not a gas motors cannot run sensors, apparently. Little did I know. TIL. So, yeah. It's actually one of the things we took into heavy consideration when we bought her Leaf was whether we wanted the small battery. We got a lot more of a deal on it because we got the little battery. But putting the little battery in there meant we knew we were limiting ourselves on range. Um, and so we knew it thinking, maybe it's still okay. Because at least we have the Jetta, which works until one tire messes up the whole thing. I think the kicker on this whole thing is if I had a spare, I would have been home early. If I hadn't used the Fix-A-Flat, they could have patched the tire. I mean, all of these things are like, it's like, we recommend. Yeah, I don't know, Sarge. I don't think you want to come pick me up tomorrow morning in the snow and drive me to Loveland. Though I appreciate it. I don't think that's what you want me to do. Well, that's a possibility too. I think Brent is making an interesting side point, which is, what if I drove to Pepper's in your car and then rode with Pepper to the convention?
At Pepper's house, you'd only be able to use the trickle charger, which means you wouldn't charge enough to get back down.
Well, yeah,
and
but I mean, we could go to
find out how I'm.
We
yeah.
would.
Sorry.
Okay. If James says no, we're at rent a car for $400 for the weekend, or don't go.
Right.
So, if that's where we are, would it be better to use your car and have you just not have anything for the weekend, which would suck, but would at least get the job done? Or do we not go? I mean, I've already paid for a table and all of this stuff.
Yes.
So
I would like you to go. For one thing, are we sure my car will make it to Pepper's house? How many miles is it?
But on the same token, that might not be a bad idea. What if you took me to some point that's at least close enough that it doesn't make it ridiculous for Pepper to come down and get me? Because right now, Pepper would come all the way here to go all the way back to where Pepper lived to get me. But if you could get me to here, then pick me up in that, and then come back, then maybe you could just pick me up at 6 o'clock at the same thing. Maybe that would be a good alternative.
I miss Ona's performance that I told her I would go to.
Well, maybe they can give me a ride home at that point.
I mean, I am absolutely willing to discuss it. Please call James first.
Yeah.
So much easier.
So, Mariah, before you get anxious about this is my plan C. Because I'm already looking at this going, if James says no for whatever reason, because he forgot, because he planned something, because he didn't think about it, because of whatever, my plan right now is rent a car for $400 or not go.
Right.
That's my plan. So I was just saying, what if there were alternatives that involved you driving me halfway there so that Pepper can do stuff or whatever? We're talking about Pepper, and Pepper is just sitting here.
Yeah. And also, check and make sure Pepper's down.
Well, yeah, but that's what Pepper actually offered to drive all the way here and pick me up. I just think that's extremely ludicrous. I think that's ridiculous. So,
well, actually, if you would like to know, Bill would be the one picking you up because
right.
You're dropping me off first and then heading down to pick you up.
Right. But what I was trying to say was, what if Mariah took me halfway so that you only had to come down to, say, E470 and pick me up or something like that?
Okay.
You know? So, like, you know what I mean? Like, as opposed, because we don't know if the Leaf can make it all the way to your house, but it might be able to make it to I-25 and E470. Then when you came down to pick me up, it would only be I-25 to E470, sort of the loop, instead of having to go all the way down to our house.
Right.
So that would be a plan C if for some reason James goes, oh no, I forgot. We both are going to Argentina tomorrow and we need both cars to do that.
I mean, here's a weird one.
Why would you need cars to go to Argentina? Never mind.
Would Pepper make you want to let you stay in the guest room?
Yeah. They would. I don't think I'd sleep, but they would.
Yeah.
Because the driving you out as far as the Leaf can get, schedule-wise works, but the picking you up makes me cancel a thing I can only do this weekend.
I'm not trying. I mean, because really the honest to goodness truth is that when it's not load in and there's not a bunch of stress, I might be able to bum a ride off of somebody. If they can get me into town, I can take a bus because I'm not carrying all of this.
Do you
So,
know
I
if
mean,
Raph
really,
and
the truth
Christina
is,
are coming?
do what?
Do you know if Raph and Christina are coming?
I don't know if they're coming or not.
Because aren't they down your way? Or they're lower than you and they can pick you up
They're
on
past
the
us
way
by
up?
a lot, yeah.
And I would absolutely also be able to drive you to a place where you can meet Raph and Christina.
Yeah, that actually wouldn't even be hard.
I'm gonna have to clean my car, aren't I?
Probably.
I don't wanna.
Sarge, I appreciate that. I will keep you in mind as a plan B as well. I mean, this is all I'm doing is, so far this has been an unmitigated disaster to try to get to this convention. And so
we're having a come to Jesus moment.
all I'm really doing is
I am closer than Pepper is.
I know you are.
Okay. Why don't I pick you up tonight for load in after I'm done with the dogs? We go up and we do load in. We can do your idea of I pick you up at like highways at I-25 and Highway 7 at like the Gunther Tootie's Diner, one of the places over there, which is by E470. We blaze up there, and then tomorrow morning I pick you up from the same area.
Oh, well, that's not a problem except for one problem, which is my wife is about to take her car to work, and she will be back tonight at 7 with her car.
Okay, so then I come down there and pick you up this afternoon.
Yeah, I mean, we could do that too. That's not a problem as well. If you want to do load in, this doesn't need to be a come to Jesus, people. I'm just trying to come up with a plan B and C, since my plan A, B, C, D, E, F, and G all blew up yesterday. I'm expecting that my next plan will also blow up. And if it does, I'd like to not go, well, I guess it's too late to do anything now. I'm not going to the convention. You know what I mean? That's all. I'm not stressing out. I'm just trying to come up with a new plan in case James says no. If you want to do load in and you're willing to come down and get me, that's awesome. We can do that. That'll be fine.
I was already planning on it.
Yeah, except that I thought yesterday we said we were just going to be bailing on load in and just do load in tomorrow morning.
Yeah, but this is starting. Yeah, but this is starting to become very complicated, and it doesn't need to be complicated.
No, it doesn't. If you can pick me up, it's not a problem at all.
Yeah.
I mean, if that's not a problem, come pick me up.
Yeah.
We'll load in tomorrow, or we'll load in today, and if you get here, I don't know, about 1-ish. What time are you doing the dog thing?
So I'm dropping the dogs off this morning.
Yeah.
We're going to be leaving here in a few minutes. And then I pick the dogs up at like 2 or 3 this afternoon.
Yeah. Load in they don't open the doors until 2 though, for load in.
Yeah. So I finish up with the dogs about 2 or 3, go down there, pick you up, and then we can do load in.
Sounds great.
Okay.
Also, I just sent your cells to Office Despot because I ran into the exact same problem you did. I went to FedEx Kinko's and they're like, transparencies, who does that anymore? And I'm like, you guys, 3 months ago. I mean, that's not really what he said. What he said was, I don't have any, we'll have to wait for the next shipment to come in. And I said, when will that be? And he goes, I don't know, next week. So I was like, okay, fine. So I just sent them off to Office Depot, and then we can just go fetch them. Hey, David, you want to give me a ride? Actually, I'm pretty sure the only reason I'm not sure of what James's plan is because he's not usually up at 8 o'clock in the morning. He works really late into the night. So
Anyways, I gotta pop off. I'll talk to you later.
Okay, see you later, man.
Talk to you later.
David, I was just saying that's part of what's going on here is that we're trying to figure out how to do. I'm trying to make a plan B in case my buddy James bails on me. Which, since I'm asking to borrow his car, okay, I just sent him a text. Yeah. So, David, get this. Yesterday, I drove over a nail. It blew a tire. Okay, no problem. But there's no spares in my car because new cars don't come with spares. So it only comes with Fix-A-Flat. Bye-bye. And a compressor. So I put the Fix-A-Flat in the tire and ran the compressor, and it sprayed all the Fix-A-Flat out onto the road. And so I said, oh, okay. So I called Volkswagen, and they said, well, we've got a free towing service. And so the towing service came and got my car, but it took them like 45 minutes to get to my car. They got my car and then said, oh, yeah, we don't allow anybody to ride in our tow trucks, so you'll have to walk. So I walked all the way to the dealership where they took the car and then just dumped it in their lot and then drove off. They didn't even tell the dealership the car was there. So I get to the dealership after walking for an hour and a half, and I get to the dealership and they're like, you're what? And I said, my car, the one's out there. And they're like, nobody told us, but we'll get it right into the shop right away. And they were actually pretty sweet. They got the car in, and then they're like, we can't patch it because somebody put Fix-A-Flat in it. And I went, really? And they're like, yeah. So we'll have to put a new tire on there, and there are no tires of that type here. So we'll order you a new one. It'll be here Tuesday. So my car is sitting in their lot until Tuesday because they don't have a tire for a very standard Volkswagen Justy. So I don't have a car. And so it's literally because of a blown tire, which should have been a 5-minute fix. And part of the reason that I'm so upset about this whole thing is I can fix a tire in no time flat. I teach the kids how to swap tires all the time. We change tires. We try to speed change tires at defensive driving. It's a thing we do. I'm good at it. I could have had this done and it wouldn't have been a problem. But instead, it's become this $200 nightmare. Plus, I have no car. My wife drives a Nissan Leaf, which we made the decision to get the small battery on because it was cheaper. So we got the small battery Leaf, but that won't make it to Loveland. So, and it doesn't matter. She's got stuff she needs to do this weekend that she'll have to cancel to give me a ride with her Leaf. So at the moment, my buddy James is going to loan me one of his cars. But when I talked to him yesterday, he said, I need to ask everybody first. And then he has ADD like I do. So I'm horribly afraid he forgot. And so just in case he forgot, and today I message him and he goes, oh, I'm so sorry. We made plans for the weekend. I'm trying to come up with a plan C. or I guess we're at plan like H or I at this point in time. But that's all. And so my thought was, worst case scenario, if I can get somebody to pick me up tomorrow morning and take me to the con, I can find a ride home. Like I can get Pepper and Bill to take me as far as like the first bus stop that runs in the Denver system. And I can ride buses all day tomorrow night. I don't care. You know what I mean? Like that doesn't bother me. I'm not that worried. I'm not that pushed. Or at that point in time tomorrow, I can find somebody to pick me up, So all I'm trying to do is just in case my friend James like explodes and forgets totally he's supposed to do this, then we can come up with a plan B. That's my hope, So that's all. I'm not freaking out about because I don't have a ride. I'm trying to come up with a plan because so far, every one of my plans has gone completely bonkers on this one. And it has been extraordinarily difficult to complete my tasks. So, and then Can was just saying he'll drive down here this evening. Yeah, right? Can was saying he'll drive down here this evening. Which means all I gotta do is put my butt up there Saturday morning. And that's all. Because he'll come down here, pick me up and all of my stuff, and we'll go up there and set up the table tonight. And that'll be cool. That'll at least solve that problem. So that's where we are. So anyway, that was why I was saying, if you're willing to come pick me up tomorrow morning and take me to the con with you, that'd be a good plan B. Since my plan A is to ride with James or have James take me. Yes, you can take the green car. Yay! No need for plans. Each. It's on the table. Love you. James just said, yes, we're still good on the green car.
Yay! We should buy him a bottle of that fancy amaretto that he likes.
Yeah, I'll do that, and we'll fill up the tank.
I can take care of the fancy amaretto if you take care of the tank.
I'll take care of the tank. Tank. All right. No need for plans H through L. Cool. All right. I'm going to go downstairs and get the standee and bring it up here to work on it. That's problem.
I'm just going to continue doing what I'm doing, which is sorting a whole bunch of artwork that I have.
All right. Cool. Well, I don't need a ride at this point in time tomorrow or Sunday. And Ken will pick me up today. So that will be good. All right. There we go. All right.
There you go. Oh my goodness, I do have it. Dang it! I have all of these. I just realized I have all my sketch cards pretty much from Kaijun of 2019.
Do what? Yes. You're on standby, Sarge. Thank you.
No, I found my my sketch cards from 2019's Kaijun.
Aw.
I still don't know if I want to sell them because it was a fun project.
It was a fun project?
Yeah, it was. It was a fun project. It was one of those ones where, like, I had a lot of fun doing it.
Right.
So,
Just want to say, Sarge, I appreciate you being on standby. Thank you. You know the time. Hey, you might want to come up to Wicked West anyway. If you're interested, it is. I mean, the starship's up there. Tiburon will be up there. Yeah, it's at the ranch complex, which is in Loveland. Well, sort of north of Loveland in the
it's still in Loveland. It's just basically instead of going towards the actual city, you're going to go towards Greeley.
yeah.
Since Guy's going to be doing load in, now I have to get ready to do load in myself.
Damn it.
Using
You were
as
kinda, and then now I screwed it all up.
Exactly.
It's $15 for the weekend, and we'll put the particulars up here on the show in a second. But I'm doing this real quick. That's all right. We'll still be here. I'm doing construction, which I think the funniest part is that George is sitting right here. Like, he's not even really worried. My other cat is gone. But George is like, hey, look, There's like squirrels outside. That'd be fun.
He's also used to you using power tools.
You're not lying. Hinges in. All right. Where's my L square? I've been making comments about all I have is an L square. It's so useless. It's not really useless. Now I need an L square, specifically an L square. My L square is like, well, you dissed me before, so now I'm going to vanish.
Well, I feel for the L square.
Right? You Saint L square. This is gonna work. I want it to. Yeah, well, that works. Because if I don't do this now, when Can gets here, he'll be like, ready for load in, and I'll be like, about that load in thing.
I like it too much. I like it, Picasso.
These over to the other side and switch cameras to this one so you can see what I'm doing.
Okay. Now I got the. So I'm like trying to get all of my sketch cards back into their sets that I had originally had them in. Ugh.
It's harder than it looks.
Robots. Well, I did like May of Monsters at one point. And so I have like a bunch.
Yep.
And then I did a bunch of robot ones as well.
Right?
So, and then I also did Pokemon mashup cards. I did like a lot for Magic the Gathering as well.
Aw, that's cool. Like token cards?
Yeah,
Sweet.
and then I just did general like cryptid cards as well.
Mm-hmm. I'm still with you. I'm just over here looking for a clamp.
Okay, that's fine.
So,
And then I also did like a bunch of cards
Fun.
for. I did a bunch of cards for my camp too. So like I have like several cards where it's all like my campfire story characters.
the first thing we are doing when we get back from this con is cleaning this office because everything is somewhere in the wrong place because of months and months and months of I guess we'll do this some other time. You know,
Yeah.
now is of course right now is not the time, but I'm having a real problem with the things.
So some of the robot ones are from like old Golden Age comics. So I have a dinosaur being choked out by a robot. I got a farming robot.
Farming robots.
I got a tailor robot that's going a little bit too far high for this gentleman right here.
Do what?
I have a tailor robot that is going a little too far high in the groin for the gentleman in the picture.
Oh, I see.
And then I have a Batman, a Swamp Thing, Etrigan, and a Sabrina the Teenage Witch sketch card. These are 3 draw them in your style type deal. I don't know if I should sell these. You know what? I will just put them in there. They sell.
Is it on
Except for the
brand?
one that I did for Yons. I'll try to send that to him.
Because if you don't have a specific reason why you shouldn't like somebody you owe somebody money or something for it, I don't know.
Well, if they're their character, I don't want to.
Cross them with it. Yeah.
yeah, like I don't want to sit there and like basically like sell it, but like one person, like I don't think she would really care either way.
Sure.
I drew the character in my style, so it doesn't really match her character. So
Hmm. Hmm.
So I have already sold the May 15th one from this series, so cool. Alright,
That's a
cool.
plus.
Yeah. And I am technically reusing what would have been discarded as garbage.
Gotcha.
I'm reusing it because it had natural, like, separation stuff in it.
Right.
So.
How'd you get under there? I'm like, I don't need to tap these. This is particle board. Then it doesn't work. There. Construction complete. Good. 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 Yeah. This will work really well. Only needs the bolt clamp. Clamp this lock shut, and she is ready to rock and roll. Totally. And actually, even though she is slightly larger than life, she's actually not that much larger than life. I expected her to be much bigger, and she's not as big as I thought she would be. The kickstand probably needs a little less kickstand, but not a whole bunch. The only problem is I left the pin that holds her, I left that pin downstairs. So I'll have to go get it in a second. And that's why I'm holding her up, because otherwise she bends really nicely right here and folds down and then crashes into things, which I don't want her to do. Nope. So we'll move her forward to here and then just fold this down. But it's structurally overbuilt so that it won't easily fall on people and kill them. You're welcome. Little teeny clamp. Fine.
All right.
This is me thinking through. Come in.
Oh, that's my 15.
I'll be right back. I'm going to go get. Do not walk on that, George. As much as you might think that'd be fun, don't. That sounded very noisy and horrible.
Yeah. Ugh. Okay. So, yeah. Demo one. Now I also have to get out like a few other things, but I'm gonna wait to do that until after the show
So
because
nobody else sees them. Liquidity.
it'll be very noisy.
Right? There we go. Oh, that's awesome. Look at that. She actually is pretty close to life size.
Cool. You made her taller than you?
By accident, yes. Wasn't intentional. The printing place could not seem to ever figure out what my dimensions were, since I made it a document that was 6 feet by 3 feet at 300 DPI. That apparently was too complicated. Because what I did was I gave a lot of space on top here, and so their printing stuff must have cut the space and tried to make this 6 feet. Because it's 6 feet. It's just that it made her 6 feet. So now she's larger than life.
Well, she's way taller than she needs to be.
She is way taller than she needs to be. There were 2 missions that this standee has. Mission number 1, have people take pictures of themselves with her. Mission number 2 was to attract people from across the convention floor. We have one where they did it at 1/3 scale, or 2/3 scale, so she's 2/3 high. She's about 4 feet. And they did that one first, and I said, no, come on, guys, work with me here. And so they went back and they reprinted it and did this. And I went, you know what? This is going to take us months for you to figure out how to just print 1-to-1, which apparently you cannot do. So we'll just work with this as it is. So.
I just asked a friend if they'd be willing to help my table on Saturday.
Not planning on being there Saturday?
No, Bill's not planning on being there Saturday. So, yeah, Brent, he's talking on the phone. So, he's going to be dropping me off Saturday. And then, once I'm dropped off, he's going to be going and picking up all that film that you went with us to drop off at the...
Oh, yay! House. I'm horribly curious.
Yeah. So, he got that all done, but he wants to pick it up this Saturday. So, while I'm at the convention, he's doing that. Yep. And if you talk to teachers, that's usually on how they think that their students actually listen to them.
There are times, I'm going to say it, there have definitely been times where I'm like, are you guys listening to me, or are you just Charlie Brown voicing me? You're hearing me as a Charlie Brown voice.
And the younger generation goes, who's Charlie Brown?
Who? No, not the Who. That's a different group. Did I make that joke?
Well, we got a bunch of...
Dyson say we like you, but you're weird.
Oh.
You're just now figuring this out? You're weird?
Oh no. Saying, Guy Sensei, we like you, but you're weird, as in my kids. It's my kids saying that, not me. I know I'm weird. I don't have a problem with that. Okay, but be aware this is not a table yet. So don't jump up on it.
As the cat jumps up.
He better not.
My sister-in-law posted this video or picture, I can't remember which. Essentially, it's there's like a sign that says "Put cake here so Fluffy doesn't sit on it." And Fluffy is now on top of the cake, on top of the thing that's covering the cake, sitting on top of the space where it says "Place cake here so Fluffy doesn't sit on it."
Right.
We hardened the SQL generation script to prevent future outages, and we added the key subscribers so that we back up on messages.
All right. Now I need.
We got rid of outflows slash infrastructure.
I was going to use spray adhesive for this, but it requires me to be outside. And that's not happening.
I mean, if you want to do the spray adhesive outside, and it's okay if you want to end the show a bit early to do it.
That's not why I'm not going outside. I'm not going outside because it's raining and snowing.
It's raining and snowing.
Well,
Or slush.
raining or snowing. I always like wonder what will happen if the one day when Bill snaps and all of a sudden it's from the other room and we're like whoa, and that's enough, because Bill is such a snap capable person. He's just a hair trigger away, and you can tell.
Really? You can tell that because why? He's married to me?
A, how the hell did you make it about you?
My husband doesn't snap.
I know.
The only person that's able to make him
Joke I was
snap
making.
is me.
This is the joke I was making. Your husband would snap in much the same way as like Mariah would eat pork.
Yeah.
It just never would happen. That's the
No,
thing.
he snaps, but like it's usually like when we're really not liking one another at the moment.
Do what?
He snaps occasionally, but like it's usually only when I've done something that's irritated him.
Right? Something kind of worthy of a snap, so to speak.
Yeah,
Yeah. Fair.
like me going to the art store and buying new watercolor paint without telling him.
That's funny. My wife snaps for much the same reason. Weird.
No, not weird. They're just married to artists and they know.
They know we have poor impulse control. Yes. They
Yep.
know. They know. All right.
Yeah, I actually have a coupon to a art store that's like 20% off.
Well, you have the big thing with the
Mm-hmm. I don't. Because everybody's small. No, I actually am trying to also figure out how I'm going to lacquer this. And she may come to the con this weekend without being lacquered. And I would like to lacquer her, but I don't think we're going to have the ability to do so in time.
You know, without the proper context to what you were saying,
Yeah,
sounds
no.
kind of wrong.
Yep.
It should be filed under what you can say in a wood shop that you can also say in the bedroom.
Hey, baby, you want to get lacquered? Actually, it just sounds like you're getting drunk.
That too.
All right. Now, we got her to here. That's good. She has a few bubbles. Hmm. Really? Huh. Is that because you're having a hard time with apartment life and stuff like that and hoping to get started soon on schoolie?
If you're gonna get any type of van or anything, I know two people that have renovated a van for single person use. They do not recommend living with anyone else when you do a van. It's just very tight quarters.
Unless you're really close. And even then, that's questionable.
Yeah, it is. She kicked her fiance out of it. It can be done, and you can actually remodel a van literally Yeah, that kind of sucks.
This is why we make it for like stories, because then I can go back and like, what did I do?
Yeah, that would work. A bread truck would be cool. I've seen some. I can't remember which YouTube channel it was. Someone like was outfitting an old moving truck, like ones that like they no longer like U-Haul sells every once in a while to people.
Yeah, I mean, I guess the moving trucks aren't. That would be a decent size.
They actually put a really nice AC unit in it, from what I saw. Like it was one of those ones that you stick on the side of like a wall, and you just have to kind of like take a cord and put it into the electrical system somehow.
Somehow. Yes.
Oh, what's the butt, Brent?
What's the butt? Tell me what's happening. What's the butt? Tell me what's happening. What's the butt?
Yeah, that roller door does make it a little bit difficult.
You'd have to replace it.
Well, yeah. Or you have to like redo the backs, like depending on the type of truck that you get, you have to like redo how you get in from the cab to the actual like back if you don't want to keep going through it. So yeah, understand that. I think what is it? They just solidified it and then like put a door in it. So I know it's on YouTube somewhere.
But those aren't like, you can just trim the letters, you know, with the sign. But yeah, they're there. I'm trying to figure out. They haven't gotten back to me yet.
I'm regretting my life choices.
Everyone can regret their life choices every once in a while. I know I do. Every time I look at my father.
That was a life choice?
Yes.
How'd you pick your father?
Very simple.
It's actually pretty hot in here all of a sudden. Like I turned off the fan and things like that, and now it's hot.
Alright. Well, don't do the 50 Cent song.
That's only for
Since I don't know what that is, that's pretty easy.
like to send it. It's like
Never mind.
Mm-hmm.
For stuff like that, like we could eventually do a VPN after option, but if we don't have to do that, because VPNs are annoying. Because VPNs are annoying because you send all your traffic and effect to a VPN unless if you as the client are smart enough to go, oh, I'm going to change my routing so I don't send my
So-
VPN, right? Otherwise, all your traffic goes through it. When, right? When we were at when I was working at my previous place in Overton, we all went home. We got so many nasty girls from Xfinity, basically telling us that we were planting on their network. Because, right? Because well, people were twerking at home and didn't realize their VPN.
That's kind of cool.
Now the twerking is going through our network. They had set up, talking about like, you're on VPN. That's more, please. No, because we all just went home. Like, it was so sudden. And we just were working on our home systems.
No.
Yeah, no, it was basically everyone was remoting each other.
I mean, that's the thing. Those U-Haul trucks, if you got the big one, the really big ones, like those whatever 50 footers or whatever they are.
Like, I think the biggest one is like, what, 75 feet?
Yeah, if you got a 75 footer, you could make a hell of a building inside there.
Yeah.
Hell of an apartment at 75 feet. That's bigger than.
But is that something that can fit in, like, if you got like the largest U-Haul one that you could do, is that something that you can fit in an RV park?
Sure. Oh, yeah. It's not a bus.
No, I know it's not a bus, but
It's
like,
private. Well, yeah, but an RV requires. Well, I don't know if it does require, but it should require because it's a bus. RV doesn't require. RV is built on a bus's frame. So 17-foot and 14-foot trucks. Those aren't those big ones. 14-footers are like those little, almost a van, or effectively a van.
I always put it up in the
26-foot moving truck.
Yeah.
That's what it is. And for that one has like the thing that goes over the cab.
Mm-hmm.
So you have like a built-in storage area.
Which could be a bed.
Well, yeah, if you wanted to turn it into a loft, yeah.
Mm-hmm. That'd be the loft bed. In fact, that's exactly what I would do, is build that as a loft and then build like tubes that go up from the truck's AC into the loft so that when you turn your AC on in the cab, it automatically starts cooling down the bed. And that way the bed's cold. Because that would drive me crazy. It's like, it's going to take 3 hours for the internal AC to finally cool the thing down. Dang it. You know.
Oh, someone actually did over the. I think I found it. Hold on. Yeah, I think I found the one that I saw the other day. No, that's not what I wanted. Thank you. This one is okay, so this is the 12-foot one that I'm talking about, Brent.
You want an Aurora, huh? Oh, I'm not doing this crap. I got a house. I'm happy. I'm not leaving. Can't convince me. Watch me leave tomorrow now that I said that. Like, nope, not leaving. Not leaving. Bye. I'm leaving.
Me and Bill have actually, like, we've revisited the the whole tiny home thing. I think we could do it if it was like something like we were going cross country and vacationing with kids and stuff,
Yeah.
like a temporary trip, but nothing permanent for us. We, our neighbors next door have a camper as well, so some storage would be a little bit of a trickier situation for us. Because between their camper and our camper type deal, they'd be like lining both of our houses with campers. So
That would mean that you guys wouldn't be happy campers, wouldn't it?
well, right now their camper is in their backyard. They put it back there because the husband started. So the husband works in the oil industry. So like when he's not in South Dakota, he's in Colorado. So like he'll be here for like 2 weeks, and then he'll go back there for like 3 months, and then he'll come back for 2 weeks, and then go back for 3 months. But while he's here for for the 2 weeks, he does a trash hauling business. So they have like a trailer for his trash hauling business more accessible. So, but I'm gonna head off early because it seems like Bill is getting very in depth in whatever meeting it is, and he keeps going up and down in volume.
Although he's not actually bothering us, but that's okay too.
Yeah, but I'm not comfortable with it. That's what I'm saying.
That's okay as well.
So
I actually
I'll talk to you later.
am going to probably cancel early too, so that I can also finish this standee.
Yeah, that too.
That doesn't require me to actually necessarily be in front of the computer, so not good. Okay, so see you later, Pepper.
Yeah, bye.
And I'll take a break for a minute and hang out for another couple of minutes, but I may actually leave 30 minutes early as well because now I have to do the other side of the standee, and that's probably better to do downstairs on the big table instead of upstairs on the little table. And so, there's that. So, anyway, the standee is coming together rather well. The everything else looks like it's doing pretty well too. So actually doing not bad. Not as bad as I expected I'd be at this point in time. Yeah. Not as bad as I expected to be, right? Yeah. I just now realized, though, I could use spray adhesive because, as a matter of cosmic fact, there is no car in the garage. Like, my car's not there. So I could definitely go use spray adhesive and spray adhesive this thing and put it down on the actual widget in the garage, which would be great. So that's probably where we're going at this point. So anyway, all right, I'm getting out of here. I'm going to go prep for the convention. I will see you all later. I'll see you all Sunday night. And right, both cars are gone at this time. This is the perfect time to go out there. I'll see you all later. As always, keep your eyes on the stars. And if you guys are available, come see us at Wicked West. We'll be out at Wicked West. Wow, our cells are already ready. Isn't that nice? And we will see you later. And until then, go have lunch. And until then, keep your eyes on the stars. Thank you. Bye-bye.